Today I'm going to show you how to make this really cool detail that you can add to any top or really any project you like. It has this extra dimension with one applique being recessed and the other one that's puffy, and it even glows in the dark. The first thing to do is pick a fabric that you want your applique to be made out of. I'm going to be using this pink fabric, which is actually glow in the dark. I wanted something more like a minky fabric or a velvet instead of regular cotton or felt, and this fabric is exactly what I was looking for. So I'm going to start with the recessed one first because that's the one that's going to be in the background. Just put the applique fabric underneath this top fabric and then fit it with an embroidery hoop right where you want the applique to be. Now trace the pattern. You can do any shape you like here. And now I'm going to pin this in place in the center just in case my embroidery hoop moves. And this way, as I'm sewing, those two fabrics will really stay together perfectly. Now just sew right on the line that you drew. Then remove the embroidery hoop and trim the back fabric fairly close to the stitching line. I'm going to cover this with fusible interfacing after I'm all done. Now trim the top fabric only as close to the stitching line as you like. I want this to kind of curl and fray, so I'm just going to leave it like this. You could top stitch over this with your sewing machine on any decorative stitch, or even just use a zigzag stitch. To do the second applique, I'm going to use the technique that I showed you just a couple days ago with one small change. This time, sew the fabric and the lightweight fusible interfacing together so that the glue is on the outside, and then stitch it all the way around. Now you're going to cut into the interfacing and then turn it right side out. Trim the excess off so that only the edge of the interfacing is left. And then I'm going to use my iron to fuse that down so that it holds its shape and it doesn't move around. I'm going to pin this where I want it to be, and I'm going to sew this all the way around, and I'm going to leave 1 inch opening where I'm going to stuff this with polyfill and then finish sewing it closed. So when you're done, you have this really cool 3D heart that sticks out and the second background heart that's recessed into the fabric. And using this super fun fabric, it even glows in the dark. Be sure to follow for more detailed instructions on how to do the puffy applique technique, coming soon.